we are not done.
Another one. Do it! Just do it!
They will regret opposing me. Exploit every weakness.
This is Sparta!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make the Incarnon Torid level cap build. Let's go. And Thanos, we start the build with the Archon shards set up. And I will give you different options here, so pay close attention. Now, option 1, Emerald Archon shards, 2 of them to reach 14 stacks of corrosive. Why? So we can armor strip enemies without relying on helmet ability or Unire Fox Skull to armor strip. But if you want, you can get rid of the Emerald Archon shards, use the helmet ability to armor strip. I would prefer that you use Taro Strike, but you can use Pillage or Survive, that's totally up to you. If you don't want to, for example, use Emerald Archon shards or a helmet ability to armor strip, you can use the Unire Fox Skull. I prefer Madurai, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. Now, in my case, I'm gonna run 2 Emerald Archon shards to armor strip with the weapon, because the Torid will be modded for corrosive. You get the idea. The other Archon shards, feel free to use whatever you want. In my case, I'm using melee critical damage. Now, my helmet ability, I'm going to be using Nourish. So the weapon is going to be proccing corrosive and armor stripping with the Emerald Archon shards. Nourish will be proccing viral. So when the overguard is depleted, the HP is ready and cooked to one-shot the Thraxes, because viral does affect overguard. Keep that in mind. Now, Revenant Prime build, you can apply this on any Warframe you want. It doesn't have to be Revenant. Okay? Rifle Amp, Arcane Acceleration, Arcane Rage. Now, Vigorous Swap, you're going to be swapping between the weapons, because the Torid, especially if you use it on clearing enemies, you may run out of ammo. So having a secondary weapon like Okukur or whatever to help you out will be very, very good. Now, when you switch, 165% damage. Rolling Guard is really good. I know, Mesmer Scan is perfect and like you don't need Rolling Guard, but trust me, I find myself in a lot of situations where Rolling Guard was so helpful. Sometimes you run out of energy and you don't have anything and Mesmer Skin is out there, so Rolling Guard will save you. Sometimes you're fighting like 3, 5, 6, 7 Thraxes and there is a Nullifier or the Spear from the Tarkonyar or whatever it's called, okay? The Kuva Tarkonyar or whatever. So Rolling Guard will save you a lot. The rest of the mods you're familiar with, and as I said, Nourish on the helmet ability. Now, Torid, starting with the evolutions. Now, Torid is different, makes it one of the best, if not the best primary weapon when it comes to Incarnon, or even the whole, like, primary weapons in the game. Now, direct hits mean you can hit whatever you want. Headshot, body shot, leg shot, feet shot, whatever you want. Yo, Eminem. Okay, Evolution 1, direct hits, you charge the Incarnon meter, and then you activate it by the mouse in the button wheel. The button in the mouse wheel, I'll make it right, okay? And then it's activated. What it does, fire a long-range toxin beam, which makes it a very unique weapon. Evolution 2, Plentiful Mayhem. Evolution 3, 50% projectile speed. Evolution 4, Commodores Fortune 20% critical chance. Now for the modding, we're gonna be Surration for additive damage. Now, if you're going to use this weapon in a normal star shard like survival, void, mod, whatever you want. You're gonna be switching Serration with a multiplicative damage like Bane of Corpus, Bane of Grenier, Bane of Corrupted, whatever. Hunter Ammunition, 30% chance to apply slash. High voltage for electricity and statue chance. Hammer shot for critical damage and statue chance. And now hammer shot is give or take the one you want to switch when you have a Riven. But you can ask me what's like your Riven and I may help you where you can put it. Vital sense for critical damage, point strike for critical chance. Of course, if you don't want the point strike and you want more crit, you can go for critical delay, no problemo. Gives you more crit at the cost of your fire rate. Okay, galvanized chamber for multi-shot, and on kill you get more multi-shot. Vigilante element multi-shot and enhancing your critical hits from primary weapon. This one, Primed Sniper Ammo Mutation, it's really good to have in there, but you can run actually the Vigilante supplies, would be awesome, depends on which one you really have. Primary Deadhead, if you're going for Void Cascade, or single targeting mainly. 120% damage for 24 seconds, stacks 3 times as 360% damage. I love the 24 seconds because you're going to be moving from location to another on the Void Cascade. If you're going to be, for example, going, let's say, survival or whatever, you can use Primary Mercilize instead. Now, the Primary Deadhead is awesome as well for the 30% headshot multiplier and minus weapon recoil. This weapon is really good for that. Now, moving on, the rest of the weapon, Dual Toxic Glaive is in the channel. Check them out. Madurai topic now. Why I use Madurai? Madurai, I'm using it for 2 abilities on the operator. First one, when the Thraxes get into their second form, the ghost form, okay? After you kill the main form, okay? Void Strike, it will deplete all your energy and will give you 1000% more damage. Doesn't matter, operator, Warframe, whatever. It's gonna give you 1000% damage. You're almost gonna be one-shotting those Thrax second form easily. Okay, now, the Void Strike doesn't do only that. When your energy is fully depleted, you activate the Eternal Onslaught, which makes you buffed with 180% critical chance. Same time, the Eternal Eradicate will be active for 60% more damage into your amp. Now, let's say Void Strike is on a cooldown. Contamination Wave will make the Thraxes vulnerable to your Void damage. And because you can spam this ability, you can activate Eternal Onslaught and Eradicate same time as well. Makes Madurai the best, really, the best Fox School when it comes to Thrax Centurions, and you see that fall down. Hope the effects is very soon. Now, when it comes to pets, now Worm Prime is the best one because it gives you Tenacious Bond and Reinforced Bond buffs same time. Negate to take down any like negative statue effects, but we all know Mesmer Skin from Revenant, you don't need a negate. But you can run negate if you're using like any other Warframe that you're gonna be running, like Ash or whatever. It's really good. Volclock build, there you go. Okay, now if you don't want to use Worm and you want to bring in enemies more because you want to clear more areas, you can use Nautilus with Cordon, so you don't run with Larva or Pool for Helmnith ability. Okay, and you're gonna be using only Tenacious Bond for critical damage, no fire rate. Volclock the build is the same. Now, let's say you want to use a Helmnith ability to armor strip, so you need a source of viral. There comes the Panzer Volpa Phyla. There you go. Panzer Phyla will proc viral around and you're good to go, so I will just skip Panzer Phyla. Now let's say you have a Void Cascade and you want to farm a lot of Steel Essence and you want the loot to be multiplied, then Smita Kavat is your friend. So you would like to leave Nourish the way it is, so it procs viral for you. Trust me, viral helps a lot when it comes to level cap. Charm, Smita Kavat has 28% chance for every 27 seconds to bestow its owner with good fortune, and this is a multiplicative drop booster. Now let me bring back Panzer Phyla so I showcase if we're not going to be using the viral. Now let's test our theory and everything we talk about against this level 225 Thrax Centurions. There is nothing to prove. We already pushed this weapon to level cap, and there is no Riven for this weapon. Okay, so I make sure that you can follow this build without the need of spending like a kidney to get a Torid Riven because they're super freaking expensive. I can't expect you to have a Riven on a build, so let's go. Here we are, Tenno. You have 5 bullets. You can shoot wherever you want to fill the Incarnon meter. 1, 2, shots. Sometimes take 3 shots, very rarely takes 4 shots. As you can see, this guy is already dying, and I stopped shooting a while ago. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Now you would say, how these guys have viral stacks on them and you didn't activate Nourish and the weapon is modded for corrosive? Here you go. This baby is doing his job. Panzer Volpaphyla. Panzer. Panzer Volpaphyla. Okay, so now to activate the Incarnon form, the button on the mouse wheel, and then check this out. And there it is. The good part is that even if there is multiple Thraxes, you can clear them at once. But you want always to be in the Incarnon form, otherwise you will run out of ammo and this weapon will become useless. So the powerful part of this weapon is having the Incarnon form active as fast as possible with few bullets and then killing everything around. And I don't recommend clearing enemies in the Void Cascade with this weapon, especially if you're attacking not defensing role, okay, or you're solo. I prefer that you use Glaive or Dual Toxicist or Okukur to clear enemies, and you reserve this weapon for Thraxes. Now, if you're playing survival, yes, if you're playing survival, you can clear the enemies with this weapon, no problem. For example, let's take some corrupted...
Oh, shit. Here we go
Heavy
again.
gunners, there you go, corrupt heavy gunners. Even I'm using like additive damage, not multiplicative. Still, this weapon will manage to take them down very easy. Look at that. I mean, this weapon doesn't joke, and this is like additive damage stuff. Look at that. They don't stand a chance. And as you saw in the video, level cap is taken even with the additive without the multiplicative faction mod. And by this, we come to the end of the video. If you don't have this weapon, it comes every time on rotation 5, week 5. Check that on wiki so you get the schedule. I will highly recommend you get this weapon. I would rate it 10 out of 10. Best and top 3 primary weapons. Take you level cap, any content in the game, very easy. If you want to support the channel, hit the like, subscribe, and if you want, turn the bell on so you get a notification when I release a video. And join our Discord, the link in the description. We're building an amazing community with an amazing Thanos. Thank you so much for watching. Big love for your amazing support, and I see you next time.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Hunkpain!